Yo, peep this. You just clicked on Let's View It, and now I'm Tyrone Cross. Welcome to my channel where I'm the King Reactor and I react to all kinds of different videos. And if you like how I do what I do, then I ask you subscribe to help support my channel. And no, it costs nothing. Subscribe is a horrible word. But with that being said, in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to questions from atheists. So you already know. Let's view it.
I appreciate your comment. You're being very honest. And I think this really encapsulates the difference between your perspective and our perspective. We disagree about the directionality of responsibility. You believe that the directionality of responsibility goes upward, that those at the bottom of the hierarchy, those who have no power, owe something to the ones who have the power. Children owe love to their parents. Creation owes love to a creator. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're probably anti-union.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, with common sense, that most people would say kids should show their parents love and the parents should show their kids love. I've never heard anyone say it one way without being a psychopath. But let's continue.
Maybe a bit of a red pillar, because that would kind of track. Meanwhile, those of us who are criticizing God, we believe in a directionality that flows downward. Those with power owe something to those without. Parents chose to bring children into this world. Therefore, they have a responsibility to those children. And in the same way, God chose to create us. Therefore, he has a responsibility to us. We disagree on the directionality of power.
And on her other point about owing God or owing your parents or your parents owing your kids, nobody owes anybody anything. You're supposed to love and respect God. You're supposed to love and respect your parents. You're supposed to love and respect your kids. And when you do that, it creates more love and respect. That's why you do it. God's not saying love and respect me because I love it when you do that. Because if you're gonna do that, you're gonna be a good person. It's better for you to love and respect him. That's why he says it. But again, nobody owes anybody anything.
I'll basically say that if I'm a god and I can foresee every possible outcome before I initiate one of them, then if I chose this one, then everything that happens in this one is my fault because I opted for this. I said, this is the one I want. I want the one where this many people go to hell and this many people get cancer and this is the one I want. I could have this one where everything's great, but I like the one where tons of evil happens and people get punished and hurt and all kinds of damage and pain and horror. That's the one I'm opting for.
As I always say about God, knowing everything that's gonna happen or foreseeing the future, I don't believe he does. I don't know if he can, but I don't believe he does. And the reason why I say he doesn't do it is because none of this would make sense if he does. Why would he set up everything and know everything? It would literally make it pointless for him as well. Not only for you, but also for him. And as I pointed out in Genesis, he makes something and then he sees it's good. So when he made the lights or when he made the stars, it says he creates these things and then he sees it's good. It does not say he knows this is going to be good, so he's going to make it. God is all knowing, as in he knows everything that's happening right now. He also knows the outcomes of actions, not necessarily the actions you're gonna make, but he knows the outcomes of those actions. Let's say the action is touching fire. Well, you know it's gonna burn, but a 2-year-old doesn't. But God's been here forever, since the beginning of time. So imagine how many outcomes of actions he has seen throughout his whole time. So simply, no, he does not know who's going to do bad things and who's going to do good things. And I get that might be an unpopular thought or belief, but I'm not a Christian. I just have a direct relationship with God.
No, I know totally. I totally hear you. But where did God come from then?
Okay, listen up. The number one rule to a debate: it doesn't matter if you're debating about if God is real, the shape of the earth, or whatever else you're trying to debate, you don't ever use an argument that can be literally used directly against you as well. For instance, atheists love to say, oh yeah, well, where did God come from? And then, of course, a Christian or someone like me that believes in God, I don't know the answer. So then the atheist is like, see, God's not real. But the problem is that argument can be said directly back to them. We can always ask an atheist, so who made the Big Bang? They'll say, well, two particles smashed together, right? But then we'll say, well, who made the particles? And the only response they could possibly have is either, I don't know, or nothing. But if they ask a God believer, who made God? And that person says, I don't know, or he always been there, / nothing, told you God's not real. How does that make sense? And if an atheist can accept they don't know or nothing made the Big Bang, then why can't they accept that they don't know or nothing made God? So again, don't use arguments that can be used directly against you as well. It's stupid. Just take that argument and stuff it back in your brain and leave it there. So that's the video of me reacting and responding to atheist questions. Tell me what you think. Is this video entertaining? Is it interesting? Do I have some good point of views, or do you feel I'm way off? Comment below. But also, do you think it's dumb using arguments that can be used directly against you as well? And if so, share the video and let other people know it's dumb to use arguments that can be used directly against yourselves. But while you're out there letting atheists know and other people know you can't use arguments that can be used against yourselves, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hitchhiker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip. Day and night.
Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
All my life.
Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Can't help
Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.